Student elections and grandmas and friends fighting. Oh my! Hi everyone, I'm Jacob. I'm the CowHatLibrarian, and I've got one that I quite enjoyed. I stumbled onto it courtesy of a school library journal review, and it is Linus and Etta Could Use a Win by Huntoon. As the story starts, Linus is starting a new school, and he's excited about this prospect. Now, his family is moved to help take care of his grandmother, and he's not sure about the grandma side of things, but he is excited because Linus gets to start at a new school just being there as a boy, not specifically having to be a transgender boy at that school. He came out at his last school and is relieved to just show up here and be a boy and not have to endure the discussion and other things. But it's not all easy. See, he has some lingering issues with his grandmother because she continually misgenders him. He suspects he knows the reason for it, that when he was born, he was named after her, but then when he came to realize that, in fact, he was a transgender boy, he changed his name away from that one. And he suspects that plays part of a role in it. But in the interest of keeping peace, he generally keeps quiet and just tries to avoid opportunities to spend time with his grandmother, which is tough because his parents want them to have supper together on a regular basis. Things look up when he starts school, though, because he immediately becomes friends with two different people. There's Etta, who is in one of his classes, and she is she's described in the book this way, as a would-be Wednesday Addams. She's at the point where, publicly at least, she's claiming that she doesn't care about things. Things don't bother her. Things don't matter. It is what it is. It doesn't matter anymore. But she and Linus become friends. She helps Linus find his way on that very first day. And even though she's putting on this facade of not caring and not anything, she's actually kind of charmed by Linus and his just flat out dorkiness and his bad jokes. And because she still doesn't want to show her emotions of things, they quickly develop a code that if Linus tells a joke, and if she thinks it's funny, instead of laughing out loud or giving him a thumbs up, she'll just make sort of a hand wavy gesture like, it was pretty good. And that'll be their secret code, that Linus's joke was actually funny and she enjoyed it. Linus also gets close with someone else, a girl named Marigold, who's very kind to him, and they get along very well right from the get-go. But it's a problem because Marigold and Etta used to be best friends. They were best friends forever. They made countless friendship bracelets together. They watched movies together. They hung out together. They had sleepovers together. And all of a sudden, things just stopped. Marigold stopped responding to Etta and didn't invite her to things anymore and just didn't want to be friends anymore. And so it's really awkward where Etta has become friends with Linus, and Linus is just getting his feet under him at this new school, and he's made friends with Marigold and Etta just to learn that they really don't want anything to do with one another. And so he tries to balance his friendship with Etta with his feelings for Marigold, and they carry on this way. Well, Etta and Marigold have it out, and they argue some, and the end result is this, that even though Etta doesn't care about this stuff, clearly, she bets Marigold that she could get anyone she wanted elected as president of the student council. And Marigold says, anyone? Okay, Linus. Now this is before they start becoming real friends with him. And so that bet is underlying all this other stuff. Etta gradually starts pushing Linus to go be on student council and pushes him to be a joiner and that he should be a voice for the community and so on. And he's not sure about this. He doesn't know that he really wants the attention. He doesn't really know that he'd be elected. And he kind of pushes back for a bit and eventually realizes that, yeah, maybe he could give it a try. And in the course of things, he does share with Etta that he is a transgender boy, and it changes nothing. Etta treats him exactly the same, doesn't make comments about it. Etta doesn't even clue in when Linus makes a veiled reference to still having a period that's what he's talking about, because Etta has so internalized that Linus, yeah, he's a boy, no problem. And the story progresses from there, and it ends up coming to a head when Linus learns about the bet, and all of a sudden things are just scattered to the winds. He doesn't know if Etta was his friend because of the bet, and all the fun they had with Etta exposing him to scary movies and other things, he doesn't know if any of that was true. And Etta has to reevaluate how she treats her friends in the course of things. So I liked it. The classic character learns there's a bet about them story, and it changes how they feel about their friends and so on. That's something that's been told before, and it was told really, really well here. Linus and Etta are really well-defined characters. They're a lot of fun to follow along with and get at the heart of what they're feeling about life in general. That's all great stuff. Marigold being that third member of the triangle that just makes things more awkward and difficult between them was well done. And Linus's ultimate acceptance of nomination to be elected to the student council was really, really well done. And in fact, he gives an interesting speech as part of it where the school limits representation on the council to 2 boys and 2 girls. And Linus is guaranteed a spot because there are only 2 boys registered as possible candidates. And he gets up in front of everyone and says, hey, this is ridiculous. Why don't we just vote on the best people for the job? Why should this other boy and I get automatic passes just because there's only 2 of us? And everyone agrees, and he ultimately is elected. And then he ultimately is elected as student body president. But it's long after the bet has become a non-entity. I liked it. I recommend it. So if you were looking for books in a similar vein to each other, this and The Pants Project would make a good pairing. Both in a school setting, both with the challenges of a transgender boy navigating school. And they would work quite well together. I'd also suggest that if you like Sir Callie and the Champions of Helston, which I have a video for on my channel, and you're looking for something more real-worldy, that Linus and Etta could use a win, might be worth your time. I liked it, I recommend it, go borrow it from your public library. While I'm on that note, if you use and appreciate the services offered by your public library, why not take just 1 minute and tell the powers that be exactly that? We're at a time where some public libraries are having trouble finding sustainable funding to continue improving the materials, programs, and services they offer. And a few good words in the right ears might make a world of difference. And if by some chance you're a library staff member, don't forget, watching my videos counts as professional development time. With that, thanks for listening to me talk about this one. By all means, please like, please subscribe, and please check back and see what else I have to talk about from the CowHat Library. Thank you. Bye now.